Alright, so apartment photography is hard, especially if you're an inexperienced photographer and don't know what to look for. But it's clear that apartment communities need to have good photos to attract potential renters, which is why in this video, I'm going to be giving you some apartment photography tips. Okay, so this first tip is probably the most important, and that's to have good lighting. Since you'll probably be shooting during the day, you should open up all of the windows to let in as much natural light as possible, but sometimes even that won't be enough. And when that natural sunlight isn't quite enough, you should always have one or two lights of your own to make sure you can see everything. As a photographer, your job is to shape light, and having your own lights allows you to highlight and block certain features of the apartment, which means better photos. If you don't have your own lights though, don't worry, because the apartment should have lights in it as well, although I would advise against relying on these too much because it can make things look really yellow. So once you have lighting down, the next thing you need to be thinking about is staging. Staging can make any apartment look really nice if you arrange things in a pleasing way, and if you know the demographic for the apartment, you can tailor that staging to appeal to that demographic. Things as simple as vacuuming the apartment before you start snapping photos can take your pictures from mediocre to professional looking, but you can always go the extra step to make it look even better. For example, our eyes love symmetry, so if you arrange a room to be symmetrical and plan your shots accordingly, that can go a long way in enhancing your pictures as well. So no matter what camera you're using, shaky hands are the easiest way to ruin a perfectly good shot because it's going to look blurry and lower quality than a steady camera would. You can keep your hands a little more steady by keeping your elbows tucked in or using a solid stationary object to rest the camera on while you take pictures. And if you're going to be taking a lot of photos, I would suggest investing in a solid tripod. A tripod's going to add some consistency and professionalism to your photos, and you won't have to worry so much about camera shake. So if a mirrorless camera or DSLR isn't in your budget, that's okay, because your phone still takes high quality photos. All of my other tips still apply here, with the addendum that you turn your phone sideways. And you don't have to only have horizontal photos, but the consistency adds a level of professionalism, plus horizontal photos make your apartments look bigger than vertical photos do. To top it all off, you should try to include the best features of your apartment in the photos. If there's a great view from the kitchen, make sure to include that, and if your master bedroom has a bathroom attached to it, try to include the bathroom in the bedroom pictures. Those are just a few tips for apartment photos, but the possibilities with photography are literally endless, so don't be afraid to try new things and see what works and what doesn't. If you like this video, hit that like button and subscribe to this channel for all things apartment marketing. But as always, thank you for watching. We'll see you again next week.